Greetings, Goddess Body, Mind, Spirit community. This is Tirra-Omilade, your goddess guru, your sister friend. And you know, I love helping women align with their life purpose using the power of ancient wisdom and the goddess centered lifestyle. It's all about helping to educate women and empower with women using ancient wisdom to unlock the goddess within. My goal is to help you to liberate yourself from trauma, limiting beliefs, while stepping into your power, aligning with your life purpose, and creating your own version of the goddess centered lifestyle. And today, I want to just talk a little bit about a topic that I think is important, and it is a relationship topic. I call it understanding or having a broader vocabulary when it comes to attraction. And I will explain what I mean. This came to me as I was talking to somebody about relationships. And something that I feel like is a gift as a married woman is understanding sometimes people can feel attracted, but that doesn't mean that you necessarily need to get into a relationship with them. So, as a married woman, anyone who's married knows married people still will have an attraction for other people. The difference is they have made an agreement with their spouse, their partner, that, hey, hands off. It's just you and me, babe. Okay. And so I have kind of gotten to a place where I realize sometimes people will attract you. You will feel attracted to somebody. You will just feel this magnetic pull towards them. And me as a married woman, it's like not even an option. But what I began to realize was there's something to this feeling that a lot of people have. It's like, "Oh, I just got to do something about it. I want this person, I want to be with them. I feel like I want to be in a relationship with them." When in all actuality, it just may be their energy feels good to you. It's not necessarily that you're supposed to be in a relationship with that person. And sometimes, in order for you to find a person who you're supposed to work with, collaborate with, you will feel this attraction. What I told my friend was, I am purely heterosexual. And by the same token, there have been times when I've had this magnetic pull to another woman. It doesn't feel sexual, but it's sort of like in that same intensity that maybe I've experienced in the past with a magnetic pull to a man that felt more sexual because it's a man. And, that's what I'm attracted to, men. And it's like, oh, it's just something about the way this guy looks, but I feel that same intensity, and it turns out, and this is, I think, when I really began to kinda get it. It's kind of like sometimes when just feel this pull for this person, it's like, I wanna get to know you, I want to hang out with you. It's because there's something special about that person. There's something that maybe we have in common, and the only way we're gonna bring it together and work together is that there's gonna be this attraction that pulls us together. And so I began to notice sometimes men who I'm like, "Wow, this guy is," it's like something about this guy. It's not actually anything about that guy. It's more I like the way he thinks, or maybe he's a dancer like me. And that's honestly what it is. And so I remember realizing, especially as I would get confused, older people tell children 18 and younger, don't be doing all this sleeping around. Um, you know, just we don't need to be doing all of that. You don't need to be having sex with people. And I find that adults will have sexual activity with one another, like sometimes on the first date. And I know I may sound old fashioned and old school, but what I tell people is relationships, I know. I've been happily married for 30 years. That takes a lot of investment of time and energy, and it takes a deep, deep commitment. It takes getting to know the person that you're in a marriage with when you're married that long. You have to get to know that person multiple times because they will change and you will change. And so this initial attraction, which, we can relate it to the goddess Oshun, is beautiful. It feels amazing. And it is not the foundation or even an indication that you're supposed to be sleeping with that person or in a relationship with that person. But we live in a society that doesn't actually help us to understand all the different, it's like a vocabulary is what I like calling it. All the different vocabulary that's involved in attraction. And the reason it's important for me to talk to you about this is so that you can begin to investigate and be curious about the different attractions that you have and just really study the person. Like, do I really want to be with this person? What is attracting me to this person? Do I need to be in pursuit of this person, or do I need to do something to try to get this person to pursue me? Or is there something else here that may be up? And I really want people to begin, especially women, I want us to really begin to expand our vocabulary around attraction. One of the things that came to me that I never thought about until I was just talking about this the other day is a lot of people are seeking healing. And if you have good energy, if you have energy that feels good to somebody and makes them feel healed, they may feel like, "Hey, I really wanna be in a relationship with you," when in all actuality, you know, they don't actually want to be in a relationship with you, they want your energy. And my thing is we just need to be clear about that. And so maybe sometimes the people who we find ourselves, and I put this in quotes, sexually attracted to somebody or attracted in a way where it's kind of like, "Ah, wow, I really wanna get to know this person." I feel like I wanna be in a relationship with that person. Maybe that person has done a lot of work. Maybe they didn't have to do a lot of work because they were raised up in a way where they were able to largely stay intact, and there's just not a whole lot of wounding there. They're just authentically able to be who and what they came here to be. That is very attractive to people. It will look like like I want this person. Imma speak as a woman. I want this man. Imma speak as a heterosexual woman, I should say. "Ooh, I want this man," right? "Ooh, oh my gosh," right? When in all actuality, it is, "No, I wanna be more authentic like him." He's a real good example of someone who is confident, authentic, and is just here. They're just present in the world, and I really like that. I remember there was this dance teacher who came to teach at, the place where I was taking classes at the time, and I was very new to African dance, but I was all in. It was a little bit of a time of healing for me because it was after my mother passed, but, oh, this guy came in, and he was, from an island, and he was hardcore. Oh my goodness, he was such a strict teacher. And I lost so much weight and got in the best shape of my life, and I actually something happened. There was this one move that was very challenging for everybody to do. I did this move so perfectly, everybody in the class just stopped and stared at me. And just coming alive like that, especially after having previously been so just down and out because my mom had died the previous maybe 2, 3 years, um, and just being on top of the world physically again and connecting with African drumming and dance, and he was the catalyst for that. And I got just a little obsessed, never chased after him or anything, but just on the inside, I was just like, "Oh my gosh, this guy's, like, amazing." And then I just really investigated because, at that point, I was a very married woman and not looking to leave my marriage in the least bit. Like, my husband has always been the perfect man for me. And so I just got a little curious about this little obsession that I had, and I thought, you know what? This guy is a dancer and he's just hardcore. And dancers carry a little bit of an ashe. It's a special dancer ashe. I think artists in general just have a little bit of an ashe. And I just think that I was more like connected to that ashe and wanting to take myself to the next level as a dancer. This guy was not actually attractive to me. uh I'm pretty sure he's about 10 years older, and no disrespect, but I've just never been attracted to men who are a lot older or younger than me. So it wasn't really that. And that experience helped me to realize sometimes when you feel attracted, it's not anything about you want to be with that person. There's something deeper there. There's some level of healing that's there, or it's an alignment. And a lot of times I'll notice that with women. It's like I'll just become obsessed. It's like I wanna read everything that she writes. I wanna be a part of all her programs, and, Iyanla was the first one that I was like that with, and my godmother, Iya Oshinike, was like, just I just wanna be around them and just learn from them, and, it's just going on and on and on. And then it's like the reason it was important for me to do that, Iyanla helped me to learn some things that I could not learn any other place because she was the only one talking about this in my world in the mid 90s. And then when I met Iya Oshinike, to this day, I still don't know anybody who's like her. And I had to feel this deep attraction for her in order for me to really align with what she was teaching. And so it helped me to really increase my vocabulary so that now when I find somebody who is really, I'm obsessed with them, it's like, okay, let me just take note. What is it about them that is attracting me? Now, when it's that energy of I need some healing, we need to be real clear about that. It's like I want to be more like that. I want to be more authentic because we have all of these qualities and traits within us. We can ignite them, we can bring them out, and but we don't need to be trying to siphon off other people's energy because that's sometimes how I see it. No, you want to take that person's energy. I know it sounds so bad. Yeah, I know I don't like, you know, whooping on people or whatever, but I'm like, we really need to have an honest conversation about this. It's a lot of energy vampires out there, and it feels sexual. It feels like, oh, I want to be with this person. When in all actuality, it's an indication that they have healing energy. And if they are here to share it, okay, sign up, pay them. But a lot of us are like, "No, I wanna," it's like, "Can I go out on a date? And can we, like, cultivate this into a relationship?" And a lot of times the relationships don't work because initially, subconsciously, the relationship is really based on, can I get siphon off this person's energy to get my own healing? But when we recognize the reason I really am crazy about this person is because they're helping me to see what I want to elevate within myself. The attraction for that other person will almost immediately go away. And probably for me, the next step is gratitude. Almost in either case, it's almost 100% certain that that person, you'll completely and totally lose your attraction for that person because whatever it is that you see in them, it's gonna be on you to make it happen in your life, okay? So we wanna just pay attention. And then the other part is, okay, I feel this attraction for this person. Let me see what they're into. Is there supposed to be some type of collaboration? Let me just see what is it? Because I just think that that's how attraction works. Like, how do we align ourselves with the people who we're supposed to? And that attraction is more of like a ping. Like, this is where we are, like a call. It's an alert, a little bit of an alert, like, "Hey, pay attention, pay attention. This is somebody that you need to know about." So, I just wanted to get on and share that today because I think that that will help you if this is an issue for you, that will help you navigate relationships better, and it will help you to be more conscious, more aware, more intentional. Because there's a lot of people who will get attracted to you or me, and it may not even all the time feel, reciprocal. I found that to be interesting. Or, I'm attracted and there's nothing reciprocating from that person. It's not a problem. It's not a problem. It's all of our energy is here. We're all connected, and so some version of myself is seeing something in me that they love and care about, and it's just amazing. It makes them feel amazing. And that's great. And we can just keep it straight. We don't have to be scared about it or anything. We can just understand. Sometimes people are going to really be vibing off of us. And then we can put up boundaries when it's kind of like, you're stepping over boundaries. You're doing too much. We'll know what those boundaries are. And it's important for us to understand that. You know, I really have, I think Scorpios are one of the signs that could deal with people having a deep attraction. And you're like, what are you doing? Like, I don't even know you. But it's something about the scorpionic energy that it just draws people to you. I have had people say to me something like, I don't know why I'm telling you my deepest, darkest secret. And I'm thinking, I don't know either. It's people just open up to me. My husband is Scorpio, and he has said the same thing. People just tell us everything. It's like this scorpionic energy can just draw you in. Or if you have an planets in the eighth house in astrology, it could just draw people to you, right? Maybe even the water signs in general, because those are healing signs and it just draws people to you. And sometimes you might be drawn to somebody who has similar astrology. So, like, if you are an Aries, you might actually really be drawn to a Libra and vice versa because they're on the same axis. So, who knows what sparks it? But the key is just to make sure you understand. You need to have a larger vocabulary for this attraction thing. You don't need to be in a relationship with everybody that you meet. How many of us have been like, oh, oh, this person is just so attractive. And then it wears off and you're like, what the heck was I thinking? We just got to open up that vocabulary and then you'll be able to get why this person may have seemed to be so attractive to you. And it's really reflecting something to you about you that you can use to your benefit. So I hope that this has been helpful. This is Tirra-Omilade, your goddess guru, your sister friend. And yeah, thank you for taking the time to listen today. I hope that you take this lesson out into the world. And as Ma'at, the goddess Ma'at says, be a spiritual scientist. Just get out there, test it, and see how it plays out for you. Take care, be well. May the blessings of the goddess be upon you and yours now and always. Peace.